Are you a fan of banh mi? Because we really are, and we are on the hunt today to find the best banh mi in the San Gabriel Valley. In fact, we could call this a banh mi showdown. We want to compare and contrast the 3 top-rated banh mi spots along Valley Boulevard in Alhambra and San Gabriel. So if you're hungry, we definitely are, so let's jump in.
If you're new around here, my name's Isaac, behind the camera is Molly, and you might be asking yourself, if you've never had one, what is a banh mi sandwich? A banh mi sandwich is a Vietnamese sandwich. Some people say banh mi, or banh mi, or ba mi. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it. I think I say ba mi or banh mi, but it is a super kind of crusty on the outside and soft in the middle French baguette, filled with a protein. Typically in a traditional one, it's gonna be like a Vietnamese cold cut, like ham. So besides the protein, there is gonna be some vegetables. There's usually some lightly pickled vegetables like daikon, maybe raw cucumber, cilantro, maybe onions. And then there's a spread like maybe butter or mayonnaise, or a lot of times if it's more traditional, it'll be a pate. It's usually finished off with jalapenos. Delicious. It's an affordable option for lunch or dinner. They're typically between like $5 and $8 wherever you go. And today we're gonna just be trying out pork, grilled pork, charbroiled pork, banh mi's, and we're on our way to our first stop. Our first stop today is at Banh Mi My Tho in Alhambra. This is on Valley Boulevard and 3rd. We got the grilled pork. We're gonna get this version at every banh mi place today. I'm very excited to eat this. We've been here many times, and in fact, this is the #1 rated banh mi in the area. Looks really delicious. There are some peanuts in there as well as the pickled vegetables, jalapenos, grilled pork on this delicious, can you hear it? On this delicious crusty surface bread. It's not crusty, it's like soft in the middle, but the edge is crusty. It's like a baguette. Oh. I know why this is #1. The flavor is fantastic. The pork has a nice grilled, charred edge, but the inside is still juicy and it's a little bit sweet, like almost like there's a little bit of a marinade to it. The vegetables inside are super fresh and crunchy and cold. There's some nice cucumber and jalapenos. This is fantastic. I'm gonna just have to stop myself from eating the whole thing because we have so many more stops today. Don't sleep on a banh mi sandwich. These are so good and delicious. Makes for a great lunch option. Cheers.
Better than Subway?
This puts Subway to shame. If you are still eating at Subway in 2023, 2024, you just need to broaden your horizons.
You know I had to get at least a quick bite. It's bomb. I was just gonna say, this is gonna be really hard to top because it's so flavorful and satisfying, but don't worry, we've got a couple more spots, so let's get back on the road. Our next stop is Bali in Alhambra, so let's run in and grab our next sandwich. We're here at stop #2. It's Bali in Alhambra. I've got the sandwich here. It's the same style. It's that like grilled or charbroiled pork. And this one, it's a little like thicker. It's a little wider, and they serve it to you up in just one uncut piece. Let's taste it. So instantly I'm tasting that this meat has more of like a marinated sweet, but also kind of like spice, like interesting flavored flavor to it. It's just really marinated and tasty. I'm also noticing that there's not like a mayonnaise-based sauce, but it doesn't really need it because the pork, like I said, it's really marinated and it comes in this sauce with kind of a little bit of moisture to it and some peanuts in it. So it's really like a different take than Banh Mi My Tho. It's really a different take on the same style of sandwich, but it's seriously amazing. Yeah, there's a lot of peanuts in here, which I love. It's a delicious flavor. This one, I have to say, it's a little heavier on the meat. There's more meat in this one, and it is a slightly more expensive banh mi. Maybe that explains it. It's just seriously delicious, and you can't go wrong with Bali.
Besides the banh mi we got from Bali, we also picked up this kind of taro sticky rice coconut pudding. We've had this before, but we kind of wanted to show everybody what we like to get here. It's a beautiful, delicious, sweet rice pudding dessert. Oh yeah, this is so good. I would come here just for this. This is incredible. You know, the first spot, Banh Mi My Tho, is really like just a sandwich kind of place. They do other things, but when you walk inside, it's very small, and most people that are just ordering sandwiches. Bali is a little bit more of a takeaway restaurant. There's full dishes, there's dessert, there's drinks, there's iced coffee, there's iced tea. It's a little bit more of like a takeaway restaurant, and this can't be skipped. So if you ever make it to Bali, you've got to get the taro coconut rice pudding. It's purple, it's sweet, it's delicious. I don't know how else to describe it other than it's just like the ultimate rice pudding. It's so good.
It's magic.
Make sure you stick around to the end of the video because we're going to be recapping all the banh mi sandwiches we tried today, giving you our personal recommendations, and showing you how much money we spent.
It's so fun to track with these foodie videos, but it can be a little frustrating when you want to know what everything costs. Whenever I see a great food video, I'm always wondering, okay, but like, what was the cost? What was the total? Because some of us are on a budget, am I right? There's a hat here. We love that spot. That might have to be a future video. But today, it's all about the banh mi.
Just finished off at Bali. We are on to our third stop and final stop today, and it's still on Valley Boulevard, but it's going to be down in San Gabriel, so we're going from Alhambra east to San Gabriel. This whole area, like Alhambra, San Gabriel, Monterey Park, right at the beginning of the San Gabriel Valley, SGV, is really known for incredible Asian cuisine. There's like Chinese restaurants, Taiwanese places, dim sum, sushi. It is a total hotbed for all delicious Asian cuisines. If you live in the Los Angeles area or you're just visiting and you want some of the best Asian food outside of their respective countries, you have to come up to the San Gabriel Valley.
So Isaac, do you remember your first banh mi ever?
I think my first banh mi sandwich I ever ate was probably in 2008, 2009, living in Seattle, and my friend Steve we were working together at the time, and he asked me, hey, do you want me to grab some lunch? I'm gonna pick up some banh mi sandwiches. And I was like, I have no idea what that is, but I'll eat it because I like to try new things. And he came back with these delicious banh mi sandwiches from Yes, which is a banh mi and pho Vietnamese restaurant in Edmonds, Washington, which is just north of Seattle. And I think at that time they were like $3.50 or $4 for one sandwich. So you could definitely eat two, and that would be a giant meal.
Okay, our third and final spot is called Saigon's Bakery and Sandwiches. We've actually never been here before, so this is going to be a new experience for all of us.
Okay, where is the rubber band? Oh, it's tape. No rubber band. Okay. I don't know why, but usually when you go to these banh mi spots, it's wrapped in paper, but then there's always a rubber band. It, like, weirdly enough, threw me off that there wasn't a rubber band on this. But we're here at Saigon, When we ordered what we thought was just a regular banh mi sandwich, like a small baguette, like a demi baguette, and they said that it was a round roll, or we could get a version on a long bread. And it's just like a straight up, like they took a Parisian big baguette, cut it in half, and we got half of that. So this is the longest out of the three. And then just at a quick glance, we did order the barbecue pork or the grilled pork, and it almost looks like shawarma meat. It almost looks like meatball meat, so it's like maybe a little bit of a processed meat product, pork product, but I mean, who doesn't like that? Because I love Spam, I love that kind of stuff. I don't see a lot of like pate or butter or anything, but I do see the vegetables. I did see some jalapenos. Let's give this a try. Interesting. Honestly, I wasn't sure what to expect because the way it looked, and it almost looked like these like thick slices of like a processed like meat product, like a meatball or meatloaf. It kind of tastes like that typical Vietnamese barbecue pork banh mi flavor, but in a meatball form. So it's like soft. It doesn't really have like a grilled or charred outside to it, but it's still really good. It's just different. It's not what I was expecting. I like it. I definitely like it. And there's still a good amount of meat in this. Maybe we just ordered the wrong thing.
Very possible.
Yeah, sometimes you go to these places, and especially if you're brand new, you're just like, can I get this? Can I try that? And you just kind of go with the flow, get what you got, and maybe try something else the following time. But still very good. Not what I was expecting.
It's always fun to grab something else on their menu just to try a little bit more. And this spot had some really good looking beverages, and we're thirsty. We've been working hard today eating all these banh mi's. So we wanted to try their Vietnamese iced coffee, and the lady helping us did ask if we wanted it like full strength or a little weaker because it's super strong, and we said strong because we love like black strong coffee, so we're not intimidated at all. Let's try it though. This is exactly what I was hoping for. It's that super rich, strong coffee flavor, but then also like the sweetness of the sweetened condensed milk. You can't go wrong with this. This is perfection, simple perfection, and we needed this. So what's the final verdict?
I don't think you can go wrong with any one of them. They're all really good. They're all really similar, and they all have just small kind of differences between the three of them. If you're looking for that classic, just walk up, grab a quick sandwich stand, can't go wrong with Banh Mi My Tho. Bali has more of that restaurant quality, and let me tell you, that rice pudding is so good. That, for me, probably puts it over the top. And Saigon is just kind of different out of the three. Because of that meat, it's almost like a meat product, like a meatloaf or like a meatball. And the baguette is like, it really looks like half of a traditional large French baguette. Not a demi baguette, a small baguette, just sandwich size. It's kind of different, and they have like rounds too, I guess. I'm the most curious about Saigon just because we'd never been there until today. We're gonna have to go back and get that round sandwich and then get a different meat option and see if we just happen to order the wrong thing or if this is what they're known for. I think if you're gonna pick one out of the three, go to Bali. I think Bali is my favorite. What about you, Molly?
In my humble opinion, if you're only going to stop at one banh mi place in the San Gabriel Valley, I think it has to be Banh Mi My Tho. That place, like, you have this sense of like legacy because there's multiple Banh Mi My Thos in this area, and to me, I know that I have a limited perspective, but to me, it tastes like the most traditional banh mi. And especially if you've never had banh mi before, I would say start at Banh Mi My Tho and then branch out.
And it is number one.
It is number one, yeah. It's like the reigning supreme banh mi in the area. Definitely start there, but then branch out because like Isaac was saying earlier, the San Gabriel Valley is just a mecca of amazing restaurants, and you'd have a hard time finding some bad food here. Banh mi's are inherently affordable. Anywhere you go, it's going to be in that sub $10 range, but we just wanted to run through the prices of these banh mi's just to have it all out there. So our first stop, Banh Mi My Tho, the sandwich was just under $6. I think it was like $5.90. And then Bali was priced at $7.50, so a little more. And then here at Saigon, the sandwiches are priced at an even $7. And at these prices, these banh mi sandwiches make an amazing lunch option. Or if you're like us and don't care what time of day it is, it could be breakfast, lunch, or dinner. They're always tasty. What a blast bringing you along with us for this epic banh mi showdown.
And until next time, cheers!